Alright guys, let's talk about this huge hitbox problem. So I covered this in a video a couple of days ago, but it just shows you in a lot more detail. There is actually a really huge problem with Apex right now, and it really needs to be fixed. So first of all, just want to give a shout out to Zrooms, I'm very sorry, ZHROO, well, yeah, OOMS, on all socials as well, it looks like. Go and check him out. Done top work here, but this gives us a very clear visual representation of all of the hitboxes on the heroes. So if we use Wraith as the she's sort of like the control in this experiment. She is what is known as 100%, so the unit could be one Wraith. So basically that's Wraith's hitbox. Now what we're going to do is compare her to all the other heroes, and this is a very easy visual representation for us to look at, so we don't really have to look at all the figures and be like, oh my god, what the hell. So if you look at Bangalore, you can see Bangalore is 110% full hitbox, so she's 10% bigger than Wraith. But then if you look at Lifeline, she's basically 4% bigger. But the thing with Lifeline you'll notice is there's a lot of like extra visual clutter on her model, which you think, okay, if you shoot that, surely it would damage Lifeline. It actually doesn't, so really she's super thin. The only difference with Lifeline compared to Wraith is Lifeline is a little bit taller. Wraith is more hunched down, so Wraith is like more effective at not getting shot because her hitbox is much smaller. And do remember guys, all of the heroes have got the same HP and armor in this game, or shields if you've got the same equipment. So it's like a major advantage to play Wraith than it would be, for example, to play Bloodhound, who is actually 25% bigger for the full hitbox than Wraith. So there's actually 25% more target to aim at, which is crazy. Mirage is actually 26% bigger, which is ridiculous. And this is where it gets insane. These three heroes are, you're basically throwing the game if you use these heroes. Now, sure, Gibraltar's got a shield he can deploy. Yes, Caustic is very good in close combat. He's got his smoke, well, his gas, which will obscure vision. Yes, Pathfinder's got his grapple. But the thing is, look at the size of the hitboxes. Pathfinder is 164%, so he's 64% bigger than Wraith. Look at Caustic, 187%. Then look at Gibraltar, 215%. This is honestly, it's criminal. They've got to sort this out, because this is the balance of the game right now. Says if you pick these heroes, you're literally throwing, you want to pick like these super small heroes, and that's it. And there's little wonder why Wraith is so effective right now. She's the smallest hitbox and the best escape abilities. It's madness. But there you go, guys. That makes it really, really clear. So there's a huge problem right now with Apex, and it really needs to be fixed. Okay, so what about these hero leaks? Now, Octane has apparently been leaked by somebody. This is, I think, Child's Play or Plid or something like that. It's on Instagram. You can go and find the Instagram account where it's basically got a picture of this. Now, this is supposed to be Octane, the high-speed daredevil. Now, one thing I want to say, guys, here with these leaks is we know Octane is the name of a hero because of other leaks we've found actually from the game file. So data mine in the game, we know Octane is a name which we've not seen used for anything else, and we believe it to be a hero name. So it would be a good basis to actually have, well, the name of a hero, and it gives it more validity in the leak. It's like, oh yeah, Octane, it's a leak. But before we go into detail and look at Octane, I want to show you guys this. Now, this is a super funny post by Wine on A, and it's like, hey, new legend leaked, Karma, and it's got 3 gold and 3 silver, and it is basically a Photoshop job of a hero for Reddit, obviously. It says its passive is agility, climb and slide 35% faster, vertical leap, whatever. But then the ultimate is instant karma. Upload a fake screenshot of a new legend to Reddit for upvotes and karma. I mean, that pretty much says it all, right? And also, look at the quality of the leaked image. It's very easy to do this. If you're good on Photoshop, you can very easily do this kind of stuff. I almost said leak, but you can falsify this kind of stuff. And also, you can see if you look underneath the passive, there's like a bit of extra boxes there to make it look more, well, give it more validity again. It's like, oh, look, there's actually more heroes there on the roster. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to Octane. So I'm looking at this Octane hero and I'm thinking, all right, is this actually a leak? Is it not? Well, I mean, to be fair, Swift Mend looks like a pretty good passive. I mean, you're not taking damage, or when you don't take damage, you restore health. That seems a bit good, and probably counters well, you know, actually all of the health stuff around in the game. Tactical, Adrenaline Junkie, move 30% faster for 6 seconds, costs 10% health, immune to slows while active. I mean, I think we'll see some sort of stim hero in the game at some point, but will it be Octane? Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess this person's playing off high Octane as well. Like, you know, it's high Octane, it's high power, blah, blah, blah. And the ultimate is launch pad, deployable jump pad that catapults users through the air. Well, I mean, you guys can make your mind up here with this, but I don't think this is legit. Although I might look silly if it actually is, but I'm going to say I don't think it is. What do you guys think in the comments below? Let me know. But check this out. Talking about leaks, guys, this is from 11 months ago. Now, this was posted by the Reddit user Fubbles22, but it's from the Reddit user Hitcoin, I believe, 11 months ago on the Titanfall subreddit, posted a map saying this is the alleged minimap for a rumored Titanfall Battle Royale game. Look how accurate that is. I mean, you can see it's an earlier version, but it looks very accurate, doesn't it? I mean, that is the map. That is basically the map. That is so cool. Like, imagine being the guy who makes a leak, drops the big leak, but everyone's like, nah, it can't be real. Like, nobody really cares. It got like 14 comments. Like, nobody cares. But actually, it turned out to be true. And in fact, it's the biggest game of 2019 so far. It's mental, that is. It's just like, holy hell. Okay, let's discuss what needs to happen with the hitboxes, because right now, it's very clear that if you play Wraith, if you play Bangalore, if you play Lifeline, you are in a much better, dare I say it, OP position compared to Gibraltar, Caustic, or Pathfinder. In the middle, we've got Mirage and we've got Bloodhound. They're kind of okay, but they still suffer compared to, well, the holy trinity of Wraith, Lifeline, and Bangalore, right? So what needs to happen here? What can the devs do? Well, they're in a bit of a problem, or they've got a major issue, where Gibraltar is a very physically imposing model. Same for Caustic, same for Pathfinder, although Pathfinder's issues are kind of related to just how bad his hitbox is overall. So what do you do? This is the big question. Well, Gibraltar is a tank, or he appears to be a tank. If you pick up this game, you'll look at Gibraltar and you'll be like, okay, he must be the big tanky guy, surely he can take more damage. And yes, in theory he can, because he does have the self-deployable shield in front of him when he uses ADS. That's okay and that's fine, but because he's such a very easy target to hit, he just takes more damage overall from other sources. So when you get into a brawl, as often happens, I mean, you guys can see it in the gameplay footage in the background where I'm playing Bangalore and I'm sliding around all over the place. It's super difficult for the enemy to actually shoot me. Yes, Bangalore's got the movement speed passive. She's got the smaller hitbox. She's just like, she's better than Caustic, better than Gibraltar, better than Pathfinder, and Wraith is even more extreme. So the devs need to act here. They need to actually fix this. And my difficulty here is trying to work out the best way of doing this, because if they reduce the hitbox, it will look really strange, because there's only two ways of doing this. The first way is they reduce the hitbox size and leave the model as it is. So that means when you're firing at Gibraltar, visibly, you will shoot and it'll look as if it hits him, but it won't actually hit him because his hitbox is smaller. That would never work, because that would make the game feel really bad. So what do they do? Shrink his model down to make him the same size as Wraith? That's not really a viable fix either. So I'm finding it really, really difficult to work out how I can actually fix this, because without, I mean, I guess the other option is you just make Gibraltar and the bigger heroes more tankier. So you straight up give Gibraltar more HP. You straight up give Caustic more HP. You fix Pathfinder's hitbox, but also maybe give him more HP. But I think the big issue here is obviously Gibraltar and Caustic, because they are physically just bigger models. You know, Wraith is a small female model. Gibraltar is a massive Samoan guy model. So it's like, they look totally different. And you can't use the same hitbox on both, because that would be, well, it'd be silly, right? So I understand why the devs have done it. The thing is, this is a massive issue, because what it means right now is if you are a power player, if you are somebody who is looking to min-max absolutely everything and play the hero which is going to get you the most kills, the most wins, who is literally the best hero right now in any given situation, you're going to look at Wraith. If you can't get Wraith, then you're going to look at Lifeline. If you can't get Lifeline, then you're going to look at Bangalore. Now, the difference with Bangalore and I guess Lifeline, Wraith is top tier. Wraith is literally the best hero right now, or legend. Bangalore and Lifeline are a little bit different because, yes, Bangalore does have a bigger hitbox, but her passive does give her more of a chance to evade. So maybe that's the other route they could go down. They could look at changing the abilities heroes have got, maybe changing their passives to compensate for their horrifically bad hitbox. Because right now, if you want to play the tank, and maybe you're new to the game, or even if you're not new to the game, you want to pick up Gibraltar because you think, okay, he's a tank. He's the guy who's going to drop this big dome shield. Yeah, that's great. I'm immune to damage when I'm in it, but you can't drop that all of the time. So in actual combat, you are a much easier target to hit compared to, well, the heroes that we've gone over in this video, and as the graphics so beautifully showed. So yeah, the big issue here is, what are they going to do? How are they going to fix it? I think it's something that needs to be fixed because it's a major balance problem, and it means that when we eventually get a pro scene for the game, or even a competitive scene, like an actual competitive in the game, you're going to run heroes with the smallest hitboxes. And that's just going to be a fact, and that will be a bit of a shame. So we're going to have to wait and see what Respawn actually do about this. I think it's going to be super interesting. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is You're Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is @Stylosa. And I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.